people. You're welcome to another episode of Behind Closed Doors, the secret we don't share until it's over. I remain your number one host, Damilola Adigbaro, aka Damien Swags. And on the show with me, I have a delectable woman, a woman of substance, your go-to woman, the big fish herself. Welcome with me.
Becky Luciesi, thanks for having me, Dami.
Yeah, you're welcome. And on the show today, we promise that it's going to be intriguing and educating. So sit, ride, and go nowhere.
Are you still struggling with delayed transactions and high fees? There is a better way with Lemfi. Send money with ease from UK, US, or Canada to Nigeria. Your money arrives in minutes, not days. Use the code on the screen to get a cashback when you send money home. Download the Lemfi app on your Google Play Store or your App Store today.
You're welcome back. So today we are going to be delving into one of the stories we were sent, and I'm sure we all are going to learn from it. So sit and go with me. I thought I had it all. A loving wife, two beautiful children, and a peaceful home. But when I lost my job, everything changed. My wife, the woman I trusted with my heart, became a stranger. She abused me, turned me into a servant in my own home. And the betrayal didn't stop there. What I discovered next shattered me beyond repair. Our pastor, the man I sought for help, was sleeping with my wife. Oh. And the child I thought was mine, I'm not even his father. This is the heartbreaking story we're sharing on Behind Closed Doors. A story of betrayal, pain, and a man pushed to the edge. One man's silent suffering, his cry for help, and a desperate plea for advice. Join us as we unravel the emotional journey of a man whose life was torn apart in an episode that will move you, challenge you, and leave you searching for answers. Don't miss this powerful episode of Behind Closed Doors, a story that reminds us that sometimes the deepest wounds are the ones hidden behind closed doors. I never thought my life would turn out like this. I was once a proud father, a man, a husband who could provide everything he wanted. I had a good job, a wonderful family, and a peaceful home. My wife and I had two beautiful children, and I worked hard to provide for them. I loved my family more than anything, and I believe we were happy. But everything changed when I lost my job. I worked at a good company, and I made enough to take care of all our needs. We weren't rich, but we lived comfortably. I had even built a house for us, a place we could call our own. My wife worked at a bank as a marketer, but then my income was enough to cover most of the bills. We were a team, and life was good. But when I lost my job, the cracks in our marriage began to show. At first, my wife was supportive. She helped me with the bills while I tried to find a new work. But as the months passed, and I still hadn't found anything, her attitude changed. She became cold, distant. I could see the frustration in her eyes every time she looked at me. And I felt every word she spoke. It was as if losing my job made me lose all the respect in the world. I didn't mean anything to her anymore. 6 months passed, and things got worse. She started treating me like I didn't matter. I became the one responsible for everything at home. I took the kids to school, cooked the meals, washed the clothes, and cleaned the house. Even our underwears. Yes, our underwears. I had to wash by some kind of servants. I swept the floors, cleaned the bathrooms, and even became the unofficial gate man, opening and closing the gate every time someone came to the house. I did everything. But no matter how hard I tried, it was just never enough for her. She began to beat me, my wife. The woman I once loved with all my heart would slap me, hit me, and humiliate me. She told me I was useless, that I was a failure as a man, because I couldn't provide for the family anymore. I felt trapped, drowning in my own home, a place that was supposed to be my sanctuary, but there was no escape. The worst day of my life came when I decided to seek help from someone I thought could give me guidance. Our pastor. I went to his house, hoping he could talk to my wife and help restore some peace in our home. I trusted him. He had been our spiritual leader for years, and I believed he could fix what was broken. But when I arrived at my pastor's house, I found something that shattered me completely. I found my wife with him. I found my wife in bed with our pastor. I stood there, frozen, as my entire world came crashing down. The woman I had loved for years, the mother of my own children, was cheating on me with the very man I had come to for help. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. I just ran back to the house. My heart was racing, my mind spinning. When my wife came home later that day, I thought she would apologize, that she would show some remorse. But then, I was wrong. She slapped me again. She told me I was worthless, that I had no right to question her because I was jobless and I couldn't provide for the family anymore. She said she needed money to keep the house running, and if I wasn't going to do it, then she would find someone who could. That night, I cried like I'd never cried before. I laid in bed, broken, my heart torn apart by betrayal and pain. I hadn't touched my wife in months. Not since I lost my job. She no longer saw me as a husband. I was nothing but a burden to her. But as much as it hurt to see her with the pastor, what I heard next destroyed me completely. One night, I overheard her on the phone. She was talking to someone she had always introduced to me as her uncle. But the conversation I heard made my blood run cold. She told him that I wasn't the real father of her first son. That he, this man she called her uncle, was the biological father. I felt my heart stop. My knees buckled. And I collapsed to the floor. The boy I had loved, raised, and cared for all these years wasn't mine. The family I had built my life around was a lie. My wife had betrayed me in the worst possible way. She had not only cheated on me, but had hidden the truth about our child. And all this time, I had been living a lie. I can't describe the pain I felt at the moment. It was as if my entire life had been ripped away. The woman I thought I knew had destroyed everything. She had turned my children against me, distanced me from my family, and left me completely alone. Now, I feel there is nothing left for me. I am a slave in my own home. A man with no purpose, no dignity, and no love. The people who are supposed to be my family have become strangers. No dignity, no self-worth. I am nothing but a shell of what I used to be. I thought about ending it all. I've thought about taking my own life. Because what's left for me now? My wife is having an affair with our pastor. She has taken everything from me. My pride. My family. My sense of belonging. My self-worth. And now, even my children are not really mine. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. The weight of all this is crushing me. The weight of all of this is crushing me. And I'm afraid that soon I'll take the final step. I'll leave this world because I can't bear the pain anymore. Please, Someone help me. I don't know how to go on. I'm at the edge. And I don't know if I can make it back. I just want everything to stop. Oh, sis. It's just so sad.
Here, let me.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry about that. Too sad.
It's just so sad and disheartening.
Can I say that again?
It's a lot. It's a lot because I know that people go through stuff, some people go through things every day.
Sure.
But, well, in my opinion, really, I don't think anything should be worth our life. Because he who wasn't able to give the life in the first place shouldn't have the right to take it. So I don't think the next step for him is to end it all. She didn't give him that life, and she does not have the right to take the life. Well, I have 3 advice for this person in question. And my number 1 is forgiveness. We don't have so much of a choice because even the Bible made us to understand that we should forgive our neighbors, forgive our enemies, so that our Heavenly Father can also forgive us. So,
Forgiveness, you said?
yes.
Where was forgiveness? When this so-called man was being treated like a slave in his own house. Talk to me. Where was forgiveness? When the so-called pastor in quotes, man of God, he's sleeping with her. I still don't understand, really. And where was forgiveness? When the uncle, the presumed uncle, is the father of the first child. I totally disagree with that.
Well, that is expected because everybody has his own opinion. And so in order not to deliberate so much on that, we'll leave the rest of our delectable viewers to advise us further on this issue. And my second advice is leaving the dark environment. Yes. What do I mean by leaving the dark environment? Already from the story, we can all deduce that the man has been in a dark environment. He's been surrounded by betrayers, lies, and all of that. He's been through a lot already. The ill treatment from the wife, the betrayal from his wife, and all of that. So I think he needs to leave the environment to be able to clear his head and, forge ahead.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with that. Leaving the dark environment will actually go a long way.
Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I think this will bring me to my last advice, which is healing. Yes, healing. Because I feel by the time he's able to talk to some family and friends, he will heal better and faster. That's what he needs right now.
I think I totally agree with that. Healing. But don't let us forget the fact that the so-called man has been, the so-called woman to say, sorry, has distanced this man from both family and friends. So, in my own opinion, I would rather advise him to start his healing process from God.
I agree with you, Becky. Healing process from God and with God, because He's the one that can actually perfect the healing. So, our lovely viewers, we would like to stop here for today. And these are the few advice we could come up today. And don't forget, in case you have any story you want us to attend to, or you know somebody going through something anywhere, don't forget to reach out to us on our email address, which is displayed on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media handles. Until we meet again, I remain your number 1 host, Damilola Adigbero, aka Damien Swat. And with me, I have my co-host, the big fish herself.
Becky Luchese, thanks for having me.
Bye.